But back to game modes. I mentioned there was APAM was our last game. This one's ARAM. There's different game modes. Game modes are basically different ways to play Dota. There's all kinds of them. Some I don't even partake in because they're just a no. I just don't like them. But experiment with the game modes. Maybe you'll find one you like. Popular ones are APAM, ARAM, SETM, which is single draft, which is just a different way of picking your hero. There's ARDM, which is random draft, again a different way of picking your hero. Just experiment with the modes, find different game modes, find the one you like. If you're new to this, I'd suggest easy mode, EM, so it doesn't matter what it is beforehand. Maybe ARAM's your best mode you want because it'll be randoming your hero so you can find the appropriate hero rather than just picking one that looks cool and totally doesn't work for your hero. Just experiment, make sure it has easy mode, and you'll find the one you like. Forgot to mention this last game, total epic fail on my part. Fountain of Health, heals mana, if you haven't noticed that last game, not just HP. Which is very important, so if you didn't know that, you now know. You're like, oh, okay, that's where I could heal mana if you haven't figured it out. KD ratio, which is kill death ratio, I explained that earlier, just gonna pop this up, is basically who's got how many kills and who's got how many deaths. So if we look at Bristleback, who's level 16 here, where my mouse is moving, in the kind of middle left of the top page here, he's got 1 kill on Warden. Oh god, I said Warden, I meant Mortured. Gosh. 1 on Lion, 1 on, no, he's got a death on Pudge, a kill on Kunkka, and a death on Furion, and that was a death on Mortured. So basically he's 3 to 3. You would see it better in game. For some reason it's just not doing it in this one. The replay system just shows the team overall. So Sentinel's got 18 and Scourge has 15. Sentinel's technically in the lead. Spell types, very important. I gotta explain spell types. With spell types, there's different types of spells. So Kunkka's got a spell that is automatic. There's just automatic spells where he uses it, it just activates and stuff. Then you've got channeling spells, which Lion has one. It's his Mana Steal. Basically he connects himself with opponents. This blue funky line pops up and he steals mana, but it only works so long as that blue funky line is connected to the opponents. Basically a channeling spell means your hero is busy at that time, so Lion cannot attack while he's doing the spell. He's doing a little dance or something, casting the spell. He's got to do that dance in order for the spell to work. And if you stop a channeling spell with a stun, which is another type of spell, then it cancels because it needs the channel to work. Pudge's ult's a channeling spell. You stun him, it stops his ult. Stuns basically just pause the opponents, stops them for a brief period of time just from attacking and doing anything, moving, etc. There's passive spells which automatically work. You don't do anything, they just do their thing. Pudge has one. Usually they're auras and stuff, which are spells that work for teammates and opponents within an area, an AoE, area of effect. Pudge's doesn't do that. Let me just see if any heroes on here do. Okay, like down here, bottom middle of your mini-map where my hand's moving. I know there's an epic battle, there you go. In case you already know all this stuff and you just want to watch the battle. Down here where my hand's moving, those are all effects being activated, being present at the time. So there's a devotion aura, there's a brilliance aura. Those are all area of effect. They're auras, so they work in an area and give it to teammates depending if it's passive or whatever, or if it's a negative one, it'll work with opponents in that area. I guess I should say AoE spells aren't like auras, because AoE spells are a spell that Pitlord's Firestorm, it works in an area. So if you're in that area and you're an opponent, you're gonna get hurt. Whereas an aura is just something that's like this glowing blue thing around Bristleback. That's an aura. His Brilliance aura, which is given to Pitlord because Pitlord's nearby.
Forces are under attack.
So that's spell types.
Town is under siege.
There's a thing called vote kicking, which is, for example, let's say Furion here is doing really bad. He's 0-10, everyone's mad at him. He's brand new, but he's just doing bad. He doesn't know the rules or anything, and he's gonna ruin the game because he's technically feeding the opponent's EXP by dying all the time. And whatever. Let's say they want to kick him. They want him out of the game. You can do this, it's called vote kick. So Furion's doing absolutely horrid. His teammates or an opponent, doesn't matter who, can enable vote kick, which you press enter to start typing. You do dash and type vote kick and whatever his name is. You could do like the first 4 letters or whatever. And then it will start a vote. And the vote needs to be passed. The amount of people needed to yes the vote kick in order for it to actually work. So have hope if you get a bad person in your game, you could kick them. If you're bad, watch out for vote kicks. Like bad as in you're doing horrid. Watch out because it may happen to you. And that's fine. That's the Dota community, unfortunately. Some people are welcoming on new players and they'll give them a chance or whatever, but some just want to play the game to the best they can and will kick players and whatever. And again, like certain people that own bots and stuff, they could just kick themselves. No, like they could enable kicking themselves. They could kick others without vote kicks and stuff like that. They could drop you from the game, whatever. And there's a lot of imbalances and unfair moments when that happens because of that, so watch out for that too. Just gonna try and think for a second. I'll watch Pudge. No, we've given Pudge a lot of attention. Who haven't we given a lot of attention? Benchable Spirit, if I could find her. Where are you? There she is. Give her some attention. Well, I'm gonna briefly pause for a second because I'm just gonna try and think what else I haven't gone over. So bear with me on that. Alright, lots of kills. Very nice. Looks like the Sentinel's definitely benefiting from this. Trying to think. Okay, I went through that. That's pretty much most of the extra I wanted to explain about it. Oh! And a very important thing, let's say you want to get into Dota, you want to play it, but you have no clue of how to get it or anything. First off, you need Warcraft. Not World of Warcraft, you need Warcraft 3, which is an older game, but it's still very popular. And you need its expansion if you want to play the most up-to-date Dota. So that costs, I don't know, I can't say it costs. Buy the expansion pack, it comes with both of them. Then, when you go on Battle.net, let's say you want to do it online, you would need the Dota map, because it doesn't come with the game.
player's force.
Warcraft 3 is a totally separate game in general, but you would. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart here. I'm trying to process what I'm thinking. You would basically buy the game, the expansions, and it is a totally separate gameplay from Dota. So in order to play Dota, you would have to download Dota, which at the beginning of the game, when you saw the load screen, that tells you where you could get it. Download it as a custom map. You would then put it in your Warcraft, so open file location, like on the Warcraft icon and everything. Put it in the download section of maps, and then you would be able to play Dota. Or if you have really good internet, you could just join a Dota game in custom games. Let's say you find a custom game online that is Dota, join it, your thing will download it instantly really fast, and you could start playing it. But you need to manually download it. You would do it that way. You'd get the map, put it in your maps file, and then you would be enabled to play it. Got some creeps fighting here, no heroes. I'm just totally ignoring the heroes and everything this game. But since I went over pretty much everything now, I think I'll start actually doing some casting before the game ends. So Vengeful Spirit, just going through a shortcut in the woods with Fog of War. Pit Lord, I think they're gonna rush. I don't need to think that, they're close, they were headed that way, so got a Roshan battle going on here, two of them. Notice how Pit Lord's the melee, he's taking all the damage and everything. That's because melees are technically tanks, most melees. So Venge can sit back here, deliver damage while he does the work and stuff. Has Aegis, so you check his item inventory down here, where my hand's moving. Bottom lane is being pushed by creeps. Someone's gonna have to come here and push this back a little on the Sentinel. Bristleback's just healing mana, because he's fully healed in HP. Nice items. Okay, there you go. There's a vote kick right there. It's being started by blah blah blah. I don't know why they're vote kicking him. Haxor Lim. Let me just check his record. Okay. So he's 1 to 5. That's kind of... He is technically... No, he's not. I consider feeding 0-5. So the difference in kills and deaths has to be 5. But if they've got a majority of kills, like 5 or 10, or maybe even like 3 or 4, and their deaths are like 8, 9, you want to vote kick then. It's only when it's like 0-10 you would vote kick someone for feeding. See, look, he's getting mad. I'm gonna have to blank that out, just because I like to keep my videos PG. So if you're watching the video, hopefully it's blanked out. Okay, Pit Lord. He's bottled. Oh no! What he was doing was he was drinking from his bottle, which you know about. You've seen in the previous game. The introduction I did. He was most likely going to store that rune with his bottle, but Vengeful Spirit just said, no, it's mine, I'm taking it, and yeah. There we go. Kunkka didn't even expect what was going to happen, because all he saw was Pit Lord, and because Vengeful Spirit was invisible thanks to that rune, the Invisibility rune. Just checking the woods. Pit Lord saw Pudge. Okay, there we go. We got a battle going on here. Scourge and Sentinel. Firestorm by Pit Lord. Vengeful Spirit is in trouble. She needs to stun and get out of there. There we go, there's the stun, but... Oh no, trap! And Pudge is here anyways. Look at that! I never really saw if that was a KS. I think it was. I didn't see Pudge partaking in that battle much, but... He just went in there, hooked, and got the kill. That's probably what the LOL was about. KS by Pudge. Not a good thing to do. They had that. They didn't need Pudge to do that hook. Furion trying to save this tower, but unfortunately was unable to. There's Tuskar going in. Furion is in deep trouble.